Okay, hey guys. Today I got a new deck profile for you. Today I have the White Forest Azamina deck, which I'm really excited about. The new card, I think it's Elzet Azamina of the White Forest. I really hate that name. I don't know why they called it Elzet as well, but that card just came out in Supreme Darkness. The pre-release event was yesterday, and I managed to get my hands on some, and also actually have a QCR that I'll be getting hopefully soon, which I'm excited for. But yeah, I wanted to bring the deck profile for this. I know a lot of people aren't a huge fan of Runic, and that's been the main version of the deck I've been playing recently, but with this new support, I think moving back to the toy box version, which is also being played in this deck, I think people are gonna like this a lot more. I certainly do, and I think that the Runic version isn't that great into the meta right now, so I think this is the best way to play it right now. So to start off, we have 3 Esteller, 3 Elzet, and then 2 of the new Elzet Azamina of the White Forest. So this card's really cool. What it says is, you can reveal this card in your hand, special summon 1 White Forest or Azamina monster from your hand. So you can basically just summon itself, or you can just summon a different White Forest or Azamina card. Then on the field, during the main phase, you can fusion summon a fusion Azamina monster from the extra deck using materials from hand or field. And also if it's sent from the to the graveyard as synchro material, you can add a Sinful Spoil card from your deck to your hand, which is really good because this means that we have a searchable way to go into our Azamina plays, and we can basically search Wanted or any other Sinful Spoil card. There's going to be a lot of other Sinful Spoil cards that we can search when Alliance Insight comes out, which I'm really excited for. But yeah, just a 2 of. It's not a starter, but it's really, really good. You can play at, like, I think 1 or 2. 3 is definitely, I think, too much in my opinion. Oops. Then we got 3 Sylvie. I still like playing this at 3. It's one of those cards that's like, it's not your ideal starter, but based on the number of low starters you have in the deck already, you kind of still need to make sure you have a way to play. So normal summoning this is still going to get you into your combo. And then I play the 1, excuse me, the 1 Rusia. So yeah, this is fairly standard. I think when the new stuff comes out, we can drop Sylvie down to 2, and then we'll have 3 field spell searchers, and then all the other stuff, which is just so crazy good, and I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, so that's it for that. Then we have 1 of the Tails, 1 Scourge, and then 1 Woes. Yeah, these are just 2 really good pieces of interruption, and then the 1 Searcher because, you know, it's an important card you need to have. If you go like normal Sylvie, search your Tails, and then the Tails can search you an Elzet, and then the Elzet can special, and then you just keep playing from there. And so yeah, it's really, really cool, and I think these are the ratios I want right now. I'm gonna be trying some different ratios. I'm not playing the new spell card, Sinful Spoils of the White Forest, I think it's called. 1, it's a common, which is kind of annoying, but 2, I just don't think in my build, at the very least, it's really necessary. But I am playing Scourge in this version because with the Azamina cards, especially with the Ilya Silva, the Omni Negate, what you can do is, like, you can actually use it to, like, I've negated people's Nibiru's, and then it tributes for cost, right? So on your opponent's turn, you want to negate something, you tribute a White Forest Synchro, and then because you tributed a White Forest Synchro, you can special 1 illusion monster from your graveyard, which means you can special back the Ilya Silva because it's an illusion. So you can have the Omni Negate back, so you can have the negate back on your opponent's turn as well. So it's really, really nice bit of synergy, and yeah, but not a lot else to say about these cards, just good 1-ofs, good fodder for our spells, or for White Forest cards. We are now playing the, let's focus, a Sinful Spoils or Diabellstar package. So I'm playing 1 Witch, 2 Wanted, 1 Deception, and 1 Hollowed Azamina. So I'm playing this ratio because this stuff is all searchable, but it's also not like a starter for our plays. It's nice to have it, especially going first. It's a nice thing to have, but it's not like gonna allow you to keep playing. It just lets you get into your negate. And it can search if you already have like, what is it? If you already have like the Hollowed Azamina, then you contribute the Diabellstar and search the new Azamina. But even summoning that's not going to get you into your White Forest plays because you still need tuner access. So yeah, so this is just a nice searchable like engine with the new Azamina. I only play 2 Wanted. I was playing 3, but I cut it down to 2 so I could keep the deck at 41 cards. I don't really want to go over that. And also, I might even cut it down to 1 because you really just need to search this. But I found that there are some times where it's nice to be able to search for the second Sinful Spoil card, the second Wanted, to when you add back your Hollowed Azamina, and then use it to send to get the negate as well as using the Murcielago line. So yeah, I think this is right. And just 1 Deception because again, it's not a starter, and it's searchable in this deck. So very nice. I am still running Toy Box in this version because Toy Box is crazy, but I'm also thinking of maybe bumping it down to like maybe 1 or 2 Toy Soldier 2. The advantage you get off of this is absolutely insane, and there's no like there's no like getting around it that this is one of the craziest engines like in Yu-Gi-Oh. It's just that not a ton of decks can utilize it to its full potential. This is like pretty much made for White Forest essentially. It's just, it had them in mind. They're light. You get to search light level 4s off of Toy Soldier. They help their bodies to help you synchro summon. It's just really good. But I might drop 1 or 2 to add other stuff. I don't know, for consistency or maybe more non-engine. I don't know. You tend to need a lot of non-engine in current formats, which is not always the most fun. But then I have 1 Angel Statue as a rune. This is just a really good interruption to end on. And you can also do it early on. So you can make the silhouette rabbit, I think, early on. So even if you like have to deal with Nib or something like that, like, you know, you can still end up either playing through Nib or having interruptions after Nib, which is pretty good. And, you know, being able to play through some hand traps and still having some sort of interruptions is, I think, really good. So definitely citing it out going second, but yeah. So for the non-engine, excuse me, I'm playing 2 talents. I think this is a really good card because in the format it's very hand trap heavy, which is, you know, kind of annoying, but this helps you combat that and also helps break board. So it's just good going first and second. Also, if you need to get rid of it, it's a spell to get rid of for your White Forest cards. And you can even add it back with your Diabell, which is something that I do on occasion. And then for hand traps, I play, because I am doing a hand trap version instead of a board breaker version, because I just think board breakers aren't, like, they're decent, but they're not insane if you want to get far in a tournament right now. 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm, and 3 Nib. 12 hand traps. This isn't a huge amount. Technically, it's 14 non-engine if you count the 2 triple tactics, but I would like to bump this up to maybe 14. 15 would be ideal, but I'm already at 41 cards, and I don't really want to go above that, but these are just solid cards into the meta right now. Just, they're kind of like the, I guess you could kind of say the 4 horsemen of hand traps. You know, they're your bread and butter. If you don't know what hand traps to put in your deck, these are always going to be it. Ash is always going to be good. Veiler's always going to be good. Imperm's always going to be good. Like, these might not be like insane into a format, but they're always usable and always like effective in some way, shape, or form. Nib can come in and out of the format depending, but right now it's I think it's really important, especially if you can pair it with another hand trap. It's I think really strong. But yeah, that's it for the main deck. That should be 41, which I'm pretty happy with. Onto the extra deck. We still have the one Diabell, the one Arciela, and the one Silvera. These are just standard. These cards are so good. Each of them has their purpose, and you almost always excuse me, you almost always summon every single one every single match. So yeah, really good cards. Definitely not changing that. I'm also still running one Tri-Edge. Just, you know, it's a draw engine. We don't really have access to a ton of Synchro 10s, but this can be here. It can help you go into SP with an extra deck monster. It can help you go into Chaos Angel, or it can even just be get you some advantage, or get you a draw before going into like a IP or, you know, a Silhouette Hat Rabbit. So yeah, still a good card, I think. Then I'm playing the one Visas Hammer Tara still. This is like, I think, a really crazy good card to have as a end board piece, because I am citing the counter trap, the Vanadium counter trap, that it negates and destroys if you have a Visas Starfrost or one of those cards on your field, which this one counts. But otherwise, you just need to control a Synchro, and it's a negate. And if you don't control this, then it's it doesn't destroy, but it still negates, which is still pretty good. The next part is something I've put on the channel before. It's the Immortal Dragon and Arm of Gen X Return 0. These cards are really good. This is kind of like my Baron replacement. I don't know if I want to play this or the Dragoon package. The Dragoon package is 3 cards. This is only 2. The Dragoon is more, how would you say, it can stop more diverse things because it's just a generic Omni Negate. It also makes you discard, but then again, it's also can't be disrupted by a card effect and can't be targeted, which is really busted. So, you know, I'm gonna be messing around to see what I think into the next format, that what I think the best version of this deck is gonna be. And I think this is a pretty solid option for now, that I'm happy with. And then one Chaos Angel, because it's just really good synchro card, and then one Zapper Shrimp. Yeah, I think not a lot else to say about this. This is going to turn into the level 4 White Forest Tuner Synchro when that comes out in Alliance Insight, which I'm really excited for. I'm certainly going to be making many videos on that when that comes out, but yeah, I think for the synchro lineups, I'm happy with that for now. I believe it's 9 synchros, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Onto the fusions, we have the one Arcielago. Focus, there we go. And then the one Ilya Silva. Yeah, these two are just really good. And now they're a lot more consistent to be able to get to them. You don't have to just like open a Wanted or a Diabell to be able to access these. You can just search a Wanted off of your White Forest combo. So these are still are very good and very nice additions to our end board. Then for links, we want to diversify our extra deck a little bit for D-Barrier. One IP and one SP I still think is really good. And then Silhouette Hat Rabbit. Yeah, I think these cards are just really good. And then the last card I'm still playing is Baguska. It's just a really good card to end on. If, you know, when you're in a pinch, I think, you know, Shifter can be annoying. We don't really have Tempai anymore. I mean, there's still Tempai they play with Fiendsmith, and they play, it's a different version of the deck. It's a going first version, so it's not like they're playing Shifter and a bunch of board breakers. They need their graveyard, and it's just like another you know, combo deck with hand traps and stuff. So a little bit less shifter, but Malice is playing shifter, so you do have to look out for that. But yeah, that's it for the extra deck. my side deck, however, is a little, I think it's still a work in progress, but I think right now, I think some of the best things to do is play Fulos. I'm playing 3 Bestials, 1 Baldric, 1 Druisworm, 1 Mag. I think I prefer to play 2 Druisworm over the 1 Baldric, but I don't have a second Druisworm right now. But these essentially do the same thing because, you know, really just trying to hit the Fiendsmith engine. And I think it's just really good in that regard. And there are some other rogue decks that this will help with too. And going second in general just makes Chaos Angel a lot easier. I do have 3 droplets here. These should be Lancias. I don't have the Mommy right now, so I think right now this Lancia is the right option here instead of Droplet. But yeah, I think because of Malice, you need something for that. But and then I'm playing 3 Thrusts, which is just really good going first or second, because if we get stopped, if we get shifted, or if we get Charmeds too much, we don't have outs. We have a funny card called D-Barrier that we can set off of it, or we can even search our what's it called, our Triple Tactics talent. We can set some of our other cards too. If we hard open this, we can actually set the woes instead. Yeah, it's a pretty decent card, especially if we get hit with some of the really annoying hand traps. 1 reframing, so it's searchable, but I only really want it in the deck if I'm going first. It's kind of a dead card going second. And then 1 call by, just to help our going first plays go through. So yeah, I mean, that's it for the profile. I'm really enjoying this. I've played a few games with this in person, and the deck feels so much nicer to play with the toy box cards with this, you know, build and with the new cards. I'm really happy about it. Really pleased with the new support, and I'm definitely looking forward to the Alliance Inside support. So hope you guys enjoyed the profile. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, or any comments, anything you want. I always love talking about this deck, or just Yu-Gi-Oh in general. And yeah, hopefully I'll be bringing you maybe some test hand videos, maybe a combo video. I don't know. I'm looking forward to making content with this deck, and then hopefully some live duels at a tournament. I think I have a regional coming up next week. I may or may not go to that, depending on how busy I am. I'd like to go, but otherwise I'll try and get some locals duels in and record them for the channel. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.